Hey everyone, it's been a bit. This is my third take because I forget to turn on the goddamn audio recording. Oh my god. But yeah, today I wanted to talk about the recent Genshin Impact Burnout and anniversary discussion. I'm currently extremely burnt out myself from the game. I don't think I'm ready to go back full-blown into creating content weekly like I used to. I've played Genshin, I've launched Genshin about 3 times in the past 3 weeks. It's just not been, aside from like logging in just to get Primo Gems because, you know, that addiction, you know what I mean? But yeah, I haven't, and even then there's 2 of the past 2 weeks, I've logged in maybe the past 4 days every day, but before that I haven't logged in daily, so I don't know what to say. But yeah, I wanted to talk about how right now we're just in a void of fun in Genshin currently because 2.1 launched, and I thought the story quest, the Archon quest, was pretty good. I really liked the climax of the story, and although it felt a little bit rushed in terms of how they presented Scaramouche, I think overall it was pretty good. Now, I've seen people talk about how the Archon quest has pacing issues, and I can see that completely. I would, it goes through the game, it goes through the story really, really fast in Inazuma. So I understand that if you didn't like it. And also, I haven't played the story quests for Ball or Kokomi, and people say it's really, really bad, overwhelmingly. So I'm inclined to believe them. So yeah, it's and aside from that, and aside from the fact we got Watatsumi and that weird island that I always forget the name of, once you complete those things, there's nothing else to do because they haven't added any replayable content that is worth your time, really. Because yes, they added Signora, which cool, you get talent materials and all that, but you can only fight Signora once a week. And it's the same boss fight with no changes, etc, etc. They added the islands, which really cool, really nice, but the only things in the islands that are new that could be done multiple times are the 2 bosses, which really, who fights bosses unless it's for a DPS check or for, the materials, because they don't, you have to use resin to get the reward, so there's literally no use in fighting the bosses. And once you explore the islands, there's literally nothing for the islands to do except look pretty. So yeah, it's kind of dry right now. And the cooking event that is going on right now is pretty nice, but it would be a lie if I told you that it is high effort content. Evidently, they put a lot of time and effort in the story and how they're setting it up. Currently, we don't have part 2, but part 1 was pretty nice. And seeing other previous characters from Liyue that we haven't seen in a while was very heartwarming, almost. But yeah, it's the actual gameplay is pretty bad because it's in 3 parts. One is just normal story quests of talking to people and doing like a couple errands for people, which is no different than a commission. The second part is opening chests and getting Oculuses, which is literally just what the base game already does, but they're just repackaging it as an event, which, it wouldn't be as fun as it is if it weren't for the fact that, Genshin's exploration is its strong suit. So, and even then, it's kind of, a little bit too much. There's like a gazillion chests and Oculuses to collect, that if you don't do it with a guide, you won't be able to get the weapon, the special weapon, because it's literally impossible. You can get clues, but you're limited into the amount of clues as well. It's literally like just annoyingly annoying, too overwhelmingly annoying, really. And the third part is just little series of waves of enemies, which like in concept, yeah, it's cool, but like this is like the 11th event with the same thing. The only thing is that instead of going to a special arena, we do it in the overworld with our very own characters. Like the Hyakunin Iki event, is that what it's called? I forgot. That one was the correct way to do multiple wave enemy events because you get to try out complete new characters and they introduce a little coin system to give different buffs and stuff like that. It was really interesting. But this is literally just what you do normally in Genshin. And it's the most low effort event Well, not the most, because the other thing I want to talk about is the commissions event that we got before the cooking event. That is literally the worst event to date, in my opinion, and I do not know why they decided to rerun it, because it was as bad as it is right now when they originally did it in like, what, 1.5? I forgot when it was. It's been ages, but yeah, I don't know why they would rerun that event, aside from the fact that they didn't have time to make it. So everything in 2.1 feels very barren, feels very boring, and feels very low effort. Because nothing, and this is the very common thread, nothing is permanent, right? Because there's no replayable content, really. The only replayable content in the game right now is maybe doing weekly bosses. And if you want to even consider that, because once you have the talents of your characters leveled up, you don't need to fight the weekly bosses. And the Spiral Abyss. That's literally it. They miHoYo refuses to listen to player feedback regarding how like clunky Yoimiya feels to play, how Burst doesn't work with like half the characters, how Venti, the god of wind, cannot pick up and move Klee's or Aloy's bombs when Kazuha and Sucrose can, how underwhelming Kokomi is both in playstyle and how she was written the story. Don't even get me started. That's the one thing I really do hate about the Archon quest. We touched on Kokomi maybe 3 minutes tops of like an hour and a half quest. And she's also quite weak as well, especially once the Abyss rotates out and we don't have, the need for actually healing again, like we used to before this Abyss came in. The lack of replayable content, like I mentioned, aside from the Spiral Abyss, the increasing demand for more resin from the game, whether it's to level up characters or get more resources or get talent materials and stuff like that. But miHoYo refuses to increase resin regeneration and resin cap. It's just like miHoYo has never shown they cared about the player base, except when Zhongli was weak. But even then, at the very least, the content in the game kept people busy. Oh man, there is literally nothing to do right now. If you've been playing for longer than like 6 months, or if you've been really grinding and have caught up pretty much entirely, you pretty much are in the same situation where I am, that you have practically 100% on Inazuma. There is nothing else for you to do aside from grinding the same domains and the same talent materials and the same, bosses to whatever you want for the upteenth time. Even the Windbloom Festival, the 1.4 and 1.4, right? Yeah, 1.4, that we used to say, oh my god, this is so bad, this is such a boring dry time. Even that had more things to do, because at least you could go and replay the Windbloom Festival minigames with your friends. You cannot go and replay anything of the events that are currently going on right now. You can't go back and fight the camps. You can't go back and get the Oculuses in the chest, because once you've got them, they disappear. It's literally 2.1 is the compressed form of everything that is both amazing, because like I said, exploration is awesome in Genshin Impact, but also awful because it's a gacha game. And look, it's a gacha game, we all accepted that for that to happen, but there's a point in time where being gacha is too much, and where we cross the line from, gacha for characters to gacha to literally everything, where they hold back the game so much and they make everything so limited, and they refuse to implement permanent new content that it starts impacting the gameplay and how people enjoy it. And then with all of this brings us to the last straw that has been going on recently, and that is the anniversary rewards. The anniversary rewards are non-existent. Let's just be completely honest. 10 wishes is literally nothing, considering you can literally wish and get a bell, which is useless. 10 wishes is nothing. Let's be honest. Even if you are an optimist, even if you're a hopeful hopium person, even if you're a miHoYo bootlicker or whatever, you cannot say 10 wishes is good, because 10 wishes doesn't get you anything, because it's all gacha, right? So let's not beat around the bush. It's not good. And even if we assume those are good because that's a good reward because maybe you get some really awesome 4-stars that you didn't get from the gacha. And if you compare it to any other gacha game, I've played Pokemon Masters EX. I've played one of the Dragon Ball game. I forgot which one. I've played Fire Emblem Heroes. Literally every other game that I can think of has better anniversary rewards. And I'm not just talking right now, because it makes sense that other gacha games have better rewards because they're older, right? I'm talking the first year of those games, they had way better rewards than Genshin has right now. They had events, they had ways for you to get extra rewards for free. They had all of these nice little things. And all miHoYo has done is maybe give us a couple more Primo Gems because of the cooking event, the big event that's going on right now, the Moonchase Festival, gives Primo Gems from literally everything, but it's super small. And just the 10 wishes. And I was happy with the 10 wishes. I had no expectations, but the fact that they think 40 Primo Gems was a good reward for the players is laughable. So if you don't know, if you haven't seen it, if you do the little what's it called, the little theatrical thing that they showed you about your statistics and how your journey has been through Teyvat, I think that's what it's called or something like that. At the very end, there's a big precious chest, and you click on it, and it gives you 40 Primo Gems, like a precious or I forgot which one's the one that gives you a lot of Primo Gems, but in game they literally do that, and it feels insulting that is what they think our time is worth. That 40 Primo Gems is what they think our time is worth. It would have honestly been better for me if they had not given those 40 Primo Gems, because this falls within the something is better than nothing mindset that I've seen a lot of people that are defending miHoYo currently have and say something is better than nothing is not a productive mindset, because if something is truly better than nothing, if you have no standard for how people treat you. And because miHoYo, I don't even know how to explain it, man. I'm just so frustrated with Genshin right now. I think a YouTuber, I saw another video, I think it was from Walrus, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But they said that the giving us 40 Primo Gems is the equivalent of asking your best friend if they could, you ask your best friend to help you with a hard thing, and because, they're your best friend, they help you, right? And then when you're done with that help, when they're done helping you and you're done with whatever you needed helping with, you say, "Oh, here, thank you for your help. Here's $10." Because you know what that does? That assigns value to what your time is, basically. I don't know if that made any sense. But yeah, by doing that, basically what they're saying is that this entire year that we've spent playing the game, if you are a whale, if you are a low spender like I am, supporting the game because we really enjoyed it and we wanted more rewards, our time and our money that we put in, Jesus Christ, my voice cracked, is worth 40 Primo Gems to them. All the time that we spent playing it, and all the time we spent grinding it, and all of the goodwill that we had, they had built up over all this time was worth 40 Primo Gems to them. And look, yes, miHoYo doesn't owe us anything, but if this is the way they treat the player base for the 1-year anniversary after a whole year of supporting them, then we don't owe them anything either, right? If you have the mindset that miHoYo doesn't owe us anything, and that's what you use to shut down people's arguments as to why we should have gotten a better reward for the anniversary, then it would be hypocritical of you to complain and get mad at people who review bomb, which is happening literally right now as I'm sitting here, or constantly protest. Because look, if we switch scenes real quick, let me show you right here. Genshin Impact right now is at 2.0 reviews, and it was like a 4.3 or 4.5 today morning. It's been getting absolutely destroyed. Apple Store reviews hasn't gotten that bombed with reviews because they usually have measures in place to prevent review bombs, but Google Play certainly doesn't. And if you go check on any Twitter release, there's people complaining everywhere. Like, still anniversary boys, they're beating your ass in the quote retweets. Kokomi flipping them off. Happy birthday. 1.0. Yeah, at one point it had reached 1.0 1-star review. You did this to yourself. Like, it's literally, it's awful. And if you go check the official Genshin Impact Discord, it's literally people spamming this Chi-Chi fallen to imply that, you know, Genshin Impact has fallen. It's honestly quite funny, and it's the correct way to protest because it's almost a silent mass protest, and it's great. I love this. This is great. This was really funny. But this was the correct way to protest because it makes it extremely evident to miHoYo that we're not happy. So, you know, yeah, this is good. This is good. Keep doing this, people. People have stopped owing miHoYo the benefit of the doubt about if they care about the player base or not, right? If you think miHoYo doesn't owe us anything, then, you know, you should be fine if people protest and do all of these things because this is a visual representation, a physical manifestation of the player base not owing miHoYo the benefit of the doubt because we've given them the benefit of the doubt a lot of times and they've every single time turned a blind eye or turned us down. Now, am I going to quit playing Genshin because of the anniversary rewards? No. Honestly, no. I love Genshin Impact, and you know, even if my channel is just super small, 1.37k subscribers, it has changed my life because you know, I don't know how to describe it. It came out at a perfect time because 2020 with the pandemic was a very rough time for me socially. I've always been a very social person, so not being able to see anyone hit pretty hard, and being able to sink my teeth into an awesome, immersive game like Genshin Impact was awesome. And even though, like, seeing the little cheap as fuck, like, text event that they did, the little theater thing, which, again, it was admittedly really nice event. When that thing, let me show you, when that thing mentioned the fact that I've been playing with Venti this entire time, Venti may be your best companion within 343 days of meeting them, you fought side by side with them. That honestly hit pretty hard. That hit me pretty hard, and it means a lot to me because Venti's my favorite character, and you know, I love the characters in this game, and I love playing this game. I love what miHoYo has made with Genshin Impact, and what Genshin Impact means to a lot of people like myself. But for that exact same reason, it angers me all the more that they are disregarding our trust and goodwill just because they can't give more than the usual, like, pitiful amount of rewards for the anniversary of the game, for the most important celebration of the game until this point. I don't know how to, like, describe it. This is infuriating. But yeah, please, if you're watching this video and you made it all the way through, thank you. Subscribe. But don't throw hate to... Don't do, like, big hateful things to miHoYo and the Genshin Twitter account and all that stuff. Keep it civil. Keep doing the Chi-Chi thing that I'm seeing in my third monitor over here that they're spamming. Keep doing small things like that. Keep protesting because it's important to have protest and show that we are not happy with what's going on. But keep it civil because at the end of the day, this is a game. At the end of the day, if miHoYo really fucks up Genshin and for the next 3 months the game just goes downhill, I won't play it. That will make me stop playing the game. It's our favorite game if you're watching this video and you got this far. So let's not taint it with, you know, a bad reputation. Worse than it already has because of this anniversary shenanigans. But yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching. I'll be back as soon as I can think of things to do and things to put together for YouTube. But right now I groan every time I launch Genshin. I can't play right now. So yeah. Blah bless, all the love. And I'll see you sometime soon. Oh, I'm gonna be playing a Minecraft SMP this Friday. That is gonna be pretty cool on my Twitch channel at 1 p.m. EST. So go check that out. Yeah, okay, bye.